Chris Canty today. Evan Cohen with you. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today?
Not as good as Bam Adebayo is doing. Not as good as you're doing or Miami Heat fans are doing this morning. What an unbelievable and historic performance from Bam. We have so much to talk about with this. I think my favorite stat emerging from this performance is that Bam's career high before last night, 41, and he passed it by halftime.
That's right.
On the way to an 83-point performance. Just a spectacular night for him.
I was just glad that the Miami Heat had the wherewithal to keep fouling when they were up 25 to make sure that he was able to get to the 83.
Oh, you're not going to be that person.
I'm sorry. I was like everybody else was waiting for NBA TV to tune into this Wizards and Heat game that I had just been circling on my calendar for weeks to make sure that I could witness this level of greatness. But no, I mean, all jokes aside, it's incredible. You don't see feats like this that often in professional sports where scoring milestones topple down like that. We played 2-4 by Lil Wayne coming in, obviously an ode to Kobe Bryant, the last second leading scorer in the NBA before now Bam Adebayo. And I remember that game when Kobe hit 81 years ago, and you have those flashbacks to where was I watching that? How old was I? What were the circumstances? Who were they playing? And now you have that new memory to not necessarily replace that one, but now it's the next one that will go into the mental Rolodex. So I thought it was awesome.
I can't even begin to tell you as a Heat fan how insanely surprising this is. Let's put something in perspective here. Smalls mentioned that 41-point game. I want to say that was against the Nets a few years ago. I remember he played really well in that game, and it really bothered me that he didn't play like that after that. Anyway, so if I were to tell you going into this game, and I am a diehard Miami Heat fan, I was watching this game. Literally, I was texting with people on the broadcast before the game because of all the guys out. Norm Powell, All-Star, out. Andrew Wiggins, who's been an All-Star, out. Tyler Hero, All-Star, out. Khalil Ware, first-round pick, out. Their entire 4/5 of their best-case scenario starting lineup out for this game. And this is a stinky team in Washington that's tanking. And you're looking at it and you're like, all right, how are they going to navigate their way through a victory? But if I would have said to you before the game, average everyday fan that doesn't watch the Miami Heat as obsessively like I do, they're going to have a 40-point score. Bam Adebayo, best case scenario, is the third most likely guy on the team to score 40 points. Maybe the fourth. Jaime Jaquez did it at the end of last year. Tyler Hero and Norm Powell before then. Maybe fifth if you want to put Wiggins in there. Like, he's not a scorer. That's the most, when you think about Wilt, scorer. Kobe, scorer.
Of course.
Smalls, I'm telling you, this is not a score. This is a defense-dominant player that's offensive greatness is not by way of scoring.
But isn't that why we love sports? Because the least likely person or the third most likely person
at best
on the team who is not a scorer can get so hot that he breaks history. He can have a performance that no one expected and captivate the entire sports community. This is why we absolutely love sports, and I'm just really pumped. Not only that it happened to him, but that it happened in front of a home crowd. That was really special to witness.
No, absolutely. I mean, if this happens on the road, it's still remarkable regardless. Like, we're breaking in. I was watching the World Baseball Classic, vacillating between the two, keeping up with the Max Crosby news. There's all this stuff going on, yet a regular season NBA game between one really bad team and another that's kind of rudderless right now, you get the notification about that, and you immediately, whether you're a fan or not, you have interest because you're watching history in real time. Think about how many other moments you've had as a sports fan where you get the update and you're like, okay, I mean, we do this in baseball all the time, no hitter, somebody's in the midst of pitching a complete game or what looks like that. But in basketball, it feels kind of rare that something like this isn't either already predetermined. Like, we know LeBron's going to break the scoring record tonight. Okay, all eyes are on that. Everybody's locked in. When it happens, he takes his moment, etc. This, there was no indication that this was going to happen until it did. And that's the cool part, because it pulls you from what you're doing and what you're watching in real time and turns everybody into a fan that's on the same page at the same time for a very brief moment. But then to have the home crowd, which I know sometimes is the late arriving crowd in Miami, I'm just glad that they were there for the end of it to get to see 83. I thought that was spectacular.
Yeah, I'll try to ignore some of the shots you just took there. But anyway.
I don't know. I'm sorry I'm coming in hot this morning on that, Evan. I really don't know what
it's fine. You probably represent a lot of the audience this morning.
I honestly feel like I am the every person who watched Bam being like, okay, that's nice. The Miami Heat fans have something good to cheer about, and that's fun. I'm sorry about that.
But Court, let me go back to one thing you said. There was no kind of heads up on this, right? Mm-hmm. There was never a heads up on this. This is a guy that has been an Olympic gold medalist and a multi-time All-Star. He's not a Hall of Famer. That's not what I'm saying. But he is one of the great players in the league. Top 10? No. Does every star want to have him on their team? Yes. Because of all of the other non-scoring things he does. That is the craziest part about this, is that there was no indication ever. If Anthony Edwards last night in the game they lost to the Lakers, but if Anthony Edwards for the Timberwolves scored 83 points, we would say it was trending in that direction, right? It was trending in this monster kind of game.
One of Ant's arrival moments. You know
Brian Windhorst, the guy that Smalls will stop anything at any point that she is doing, including a skiing vacation to stop. Wait, what is Wendy saying?
Very true.
Said recently on NBA Today that Con Knippel, a rookie, for the Hornets, he could see scoring 70 points in a game. Like, that's not off the table. If Steph did this, everyone would believe this. This is a guy that is not a scorer. That's the biggest critique I have had of the Miami Heat with him as the best player, is that he doesn't score enough, and it's driven me crazy. And he had 83 damn points last night, 31 in the first quarter, 43 at half, 62 through 3, and 83 at the end of the game.
Okay, but think about what you just said. We talked about how his career high prior to this was 41, and he passed that by halftime. Think about the composure required in the second half to know that you're this hot, that everything is falling for you, and that you're on this incredible pace, that you just blew past the best scoring performance that you've had in your career by halftime. I think a lot of people would be like, wow, okay, let's just in the second half make sure I do all the other things I'm excellent at. The fact that he was able to maintain his composure and maintain this hot performance, I think, is another remarkable part about this. The crowd's into it. Your teammates are into it. Your family is there. There's a lot of stuff at play, and the mental fortitude required to get to 83, I also don't think should be overlooked.
And a lot of people I know are ripping it because the Heat were fouling late and the Wizards were double and triple teaming him. Here's the thing. He set NBA single game records for free throws made, 36, 43 free throw attempts, okay? He earned those free throws. He got beat up as the game went on because they were finally double and triple teaming him. And here's what Bam had to say about the opponent, because everybody's saying, oh, it's against the Wizards, tanking team, whatever it may be, with Scott Van Pelt on SportsCenter last night.
I live in the district. The Wizards' defense is not their strength. So you go for 43. Like, at what point does the conversation start happening where you and Spo and your guys are like, let's see how high this number can go? When's that start happening?
It started at halftime.
Okay.
And, you know, at the end of the day, I know the Wizards, you talk about how they don't play defense, but they're an NBA team at the end of the day.
They are. I'm just checking my phone because I texted somebody with the Heat at half saying he better get 50. He better get 50.
He better get 50.
50. No, I'm sorry. After the first quarter, I said he better get 50.
And then he ends with 83.
Well, when you have 31 after one, because I still am not, I'm not confident they're definitely going to win the game, knowing them. But, and I also think there's a human element to this, and we'll get to the hate because there's so much hate out there. The human element is this, because Courtney, you storytell for a living as somebody that covers the NFL and writes for ESPN.com and writes about the Bears. And Smalls wants to always find, is there a human element? Is there a positive story? Is there a way to make people smile more than just X's and O's? Mm-hmm. This is a man that grew up with his mother, single mother, in, you know, a single wide trailer home, okay? He grew up with absolutely nothing. He still keeps that picture of the trailer he grew up in North Carolina in his locker, right? His significant other, which they're very public, so I don't feel weird saying this, is Asia Wilson, one of the best WNBA players. And I believe she has the single season high of active WNBA players with 53 in a game. Now Bam has the other one with the NBA. They had a moment where they shared an embrace that was as real and authentic as you could possibly see. And you could tell how much this meant to him. His mom was there.
Hugging his mom. In addition to hugging Asia, the embrace he had with his mom, that one got me thinking about everything that they both sacrificed to get to that moment. And the fact that she was there and how special that was.
So all of the good, and this organization loves him. Captain, the whole deal. Listen, we're going to have time for all the hate. And everyone, I'm sure Vegas East has what to say about the hate. Courtney's already teased the hate. Yeah, I know. But you know what?
I don't know how you can hate.
I don't know
him.
if it's hate as much
What are
as
we
it's
doing here?
They will.
pointing out like facts of how he got to 83. I don't think it takes away from it.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar to the way Wilt got to 100 and similar to the way Kobe got to 81.
I'm curious. We don't actually know. Did Wilt really get to 100? But that's just my hot take. I don't know.
No, well, now you gotta
never
go
seen
there.
video of it.
Now
Never
you
seen
gotta go
video
there.
of it. Sorry.
Now you gotta go there.
Put my tinfoil hat on. Never like to me. I think that Bam is the 83 now stands as the record because we don't actually have real proof that Wilt did that. But nonetheless, I don't think there's real hate here. Can I see video of this?
They're just going to play play-by-play of a game in 1962 over Courtney as she's speaking.
Would love to see some video. Would love to see a box score.
Both of those, well, the video doesn't exist, but you have a radio call on the box score. I don't know what you want.
I'm actually looking at the box score right now.
Yeah, what? I don't know what you
you
want.
know,
I mean,
hold on,
anybody can
Wait a
print-
minute. Courtney,
Yes.
I have a way of proving it.
Yes, please.
No. When you were producing that game, did you think to only call the Wilt? Like, did you even mention other possessions? How did you cut up the highlights when you were producing that game in '62? No, go ahead.
Check the scoreboard, homie.
Yeah.
That's what I kept doing. It's like looking at that. And Will was very efficient that game. 36 for 63, 28 from 32 from the line. So it was very efficient.
Okay.
All right, listen. I understand there's hate. I think 10 minutes to praise Bam is more than warranted.
You know I'm not going to hate on it.
Oh, I know. I know you won't, but everyone else will.
But I mean, real quick, before we go,
boy.
but you see the extent that you have to go to, like, oh, let's pray, let's bring up his relationship, like,
Because it was real. It was a moment,
part of the story.
and she's a professional athlete.
An icon in her own right.
But that's cool and all that. But what did it? He did what other teams that which are unwritten rules of the NBA, right? Like you pull your guys, you stop fouling. Like they went out of their way. Evan, if LeBron got to 83 this way, you would be destroying it.
Oh, a lot of people would.
They got to 83. How they got to 83? You want to rip it? Go ahead. That's fine. You can only get to 83 by doing the things they did late. If you're in the 70s and he was close enough where the moves he pulled, he still would have had 70 plus.
Okay.
And I understand, this is what the problem is. This is why I tried to go as long as possible with the three of us without opening the door to the hate that's going to come his way. The guy scored 83 points in front of his mother, who raised him by herself, and his girlfriend, who, again, we're not trying to get personal, but she's a professional athlete, and they did the post-game presser together.
I was going to say, and they kept
the first
showing
game
her.
she went to. Apparently, the first one she'd gone to all season.
No.
According to that's what with the two of them up there together. That's
First game she went to, I've seen her there.
Well, apparently that's what I saw
All right,
yesterday.
well, you know what? She should go more often then. Let's get her there more often. All right, we're just getting started. We have a ton to get to. An all-time historic night in the NBA last night, and an all-time meltdown of a trade in the NFL, which we will get to next. We're on Sportsmanlike, presented by Progressive Insurance.
All the dunks. Back to Wemby.